Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about what your options might be if you are a family with a loved one who has been suffering for years and years and years with a substance use disorder or a mental health disorder, what I would call a behavioral health issue. So as you know, we take calls from families from all over the country. Sometimes it's even out of the country. We've had clients from Italy and Panama and things of that nature. But whether they're calling as far west as from Hawaii or as far north as, say, New York or New Jersey, that area, these families are all dealing with a behavioral health issue. And they say, guys, what are our options? And so when you go through our intake department and speak to Brittany or Rachel, they're hopefully, depending on what you share with them, they may or may not have some options for you. But as I see it, based on speaking to thousands and thousands of families and filing hundreds and hundreds of cases and putting hundreds of those people into treatment, most of them successfully, some of them unfortunately not so successful. And the reasons for that I probably offer another video, but needless to say, when you don't work the program, that's when things go horribly wrong sometimes. When you do work the program, most of the time you can get a great result, but it does require a serious commitment of time, of energy and money. And by the time most families call us, they've been dealing with this for a long, long time. They don't have a whole lot of energy left because they're exhausted. And as far as the money's concerned, they've probably already blown a whole bunch of dough on treatment that doesn't work. And maybe they've even hired a lawyer that just for whatever reason, that didn't work out either. And so hopefully when you call us, we'll give you some options. And I'm going to tell you right now, if we don't have an option for you and we can't help you, we'll tell you that too. We'll tell you that too. So here it is. Here are what I think are the four options. Number one, you can sort of try to do something like an intervention. You can hope and pray that you do an intervention and your loved one goes to treatment voluntarily. In other words, you don't need us if that's the case. And I'm a huge fan of interventions. I've got a couple of interventions that I work with. I think they are absolutely phenomenal. They really are, and they are great at getting somebody into treatment. And they will come, they will prepare you and the rest of the family, and will do an amazing job. And hopefully that we have some success and they get your loved one into treatment. Now, I want you to bear in mind the fact that there is a big difference between going to treatment and staying in treatment. And an intervention is a fabulous way to get somebody into treatment. I don't necessarily know, but it's a great way to keep somebody into treatment, right? Because getting someone there is great, but then they have to stay long enough. And that, can be a significant period of time, which I can talk about in another video. But needless to say, it's a whole lot more than 30 days. It's a whole lot more than the 7 to 10 days that they may well have been staying if they've been bouncing from facility to facility to facility. So that's one way. The second way is you can let the state do it, right? Here in the state of Florida, the state can take custody of somebody and they can put them into the criminal justice system. And sometimes there's treatment available through the criminal justice system. I don't think it's the greatest treatment, but sometimes it works. Sometimes it works. And so if you've got a loved one who's been arrested, and hopefully it's not anything serious, like a serious violent felony, and they don't have a significant history, they may be eligible if that particular county in which they've been arrested in has a drug court, right? In other words, a court that is designed to handle substance use, the behavioral health cases that are in the criminal system. The idea is to get them into that court, get these people treatment so they don't come back again, right? So the state can do it through the criminal system. The state can also do it through the mental health system. And what I'm talking about here is I'm talking about the Baker Act, right? And because I've sort of waxed poetic, I probably worn my welcome out with the Baker Act. I've had that experience on a personal level with the Baker Act. And I think at this point, probably filed close to 500 cases getting people out of the Baker Act who had no business being there, right? Should never have been there. But the state will gladly take custody of your loved one and put them into the mental health system. And if you get them back, I'm comfortable saying you won't be happy with the result, right? If they keep them a long time, you won't like the result. And if they let them go very quickly, which can happen, you won't like that result either. So the state can do it for you. The other way is you can take action. You can do it. The family can take the bull by the horns and they can decide they're going to do something about this. And that typically involves the Marchman Act or the guardianship or a combination thereof, right? And we're big proponents of doing two together. I think that gives you max control over what is an out of control situation. So the family can make the decision. The last option, not my personal choice, is to do absolutely nothing and just let it be. And some families, by the time they get to us, they are just done. They're just done with the whole thing. And, when you call us, this is a no judgment zone when you call us. We're here to give you some options. And as my late father used to say, at the end of the day, when it comes to making, important decisions for your family, you seek expert advice and then you do what's right for you. And for some families, they decide to do absolutely nothing. And unfortunately, in our experience, those families tend to get the result they don't want to get, which is something tragic happens. Not in every case, but, or they just live with this, crazy situation. That's all I'll say about that. So here are the four choices. You could do an intervention. You can let the state take care of it for you, or you can do something, the family, or you can do absolutely nothing. And those are the options that are available to you. If you want to talk more about what those options might look like for your family, we'd love to talk to you. And so hopefully, if you like this video, I would appreciate a thumbs up. I always appreciate comments and questions and suggestions and things of that nature, because, they call this the practice of law for a reason. And so I'm always grateful for somebody who takes the time to post a comment, and I love giving feedback. So if you liked the video, love the thumbs up, and if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be great. That would be great too. So thank you for tuning in. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.